Welcome back to Tabletop Paper Company's Friday Finance. We are yet again counting down our top 5 cards that have risen in price this week. 2 weeks ago, our best video hit 2,000 views. Last week, we blew it out of the water with 4,000 views. I'm so thankful for you guys being here, these awesome comments, likes, new subscribers, and I want to engage with you guys more. So I made a Discord. I also pre-ordered an expensive Avatar Play Booster box, and I'll be doing rip and ships. $10, and I'll rip it on screen when I get it at the end of November and ship it for free. Starting us off at number 5 is Lotus Cobra. This card is a no-brainer to include in landfall decks because it generates you mana extremely quickly. When you have tons of cards that allow you to play multiple lands a turn, you're going to get tons of payoff and really fast ramp. The next card on the list takes a little bit more explanation than that. It's Mage's Contest. This card has a lot of text, but basically what you need to know is it's a mono red counterspell, and whoever pays the most life decides if the counterspell is successful or not successful. I've got 2 main thoughts on this card. The first thought is that it's a mono red counterspell, which is really rare. An article that I'll link below ranks it as the number 3 red counterspell. And if you're at the buffet with our good friend Ragost, you're going to have a ton of life, so paying more than your opponents really won't be a problem. My second thought on the card is that it's just old, so there's not a ton of copies laying around. There were only 27 cards that were sold on TCG Player that made this card spike, so I don't know about buying one, especially if you're playing a card like Ragost. There are other mono-white alternatives that I would recommend instead. Moving along to number 3, it's Soulstone Sanctuary. Players have been quick to include this card in their standard decks, especially after the recent ban we saw. And it got a lot of publicity when Red Deck Wins won the Pro Tour Final Fantasy at Las Vegas recently. Creature lands have always been really good in Magic. If you can fit in a land that can only tap for colorless, it can help you swing in for lethal or be a chum blocker to help you survive. And on top of that, the creature gets all creature types, so if you're playing a tribal deck, it'll get benefits as well. Coming in at number 2 is Bitter Triumph. This card is also legal in Standard, but I think is rising because people are starting to get excited about the Spider-Man set. On EDH Rec, 41% of Green Goblin Nemesis decks are including this card because while typically discarding a card is a downside, in Green Goblin decks it is an upside. Along with that, the Spider-Man set brings us a new mechanic, Mayhem. Mayhem is a strictly better madness. The Mayhem ability allows you to cast this card from your graveyard by paying the Mayhem cost if you discarded a card this turn. If you found this update helpful, you'll probably find future ones helpful as well, so please consider subscribing, and any engagement with the post like a like or a comment really helps us grow. Coming in at the number 1 spot is Scrap Heap. Again, another card that cares about Ragost. This card has a lot of synergy with Ragost, because whenever you use Ragost to sacrifice a food, as long as it's a non-token one, you will gain 1 life. This will have additional life gain triggers for you. A lot of Ragost decks are life gain, but I will just caution you because this is a vintage card. Again, super low supply to keep up with the demand, just like Mage's Control. But there are cards like Garahatia that are a fraction of the cost and newer and have arguably better payoffs. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, check out our TCG Player store, and follow our Whatnot account for giveaways in the near future.